First and foremost, we would like to welcome everybody to First Session, Volume 1, January 24th, 2020. We are here in the new and improved, the one and only Break Room, brought to you today by Deuce McGuire. Make sure you reach out and touch him up. Hey, we got myself, Uncle Squirrel, otherwise known as PJTheDj, right next to me.
What's up, man?
Coming down at the end, the main man, Mr. Killionair, is down there. We're going to be asking him some good questions today. Make sure that you also, when you see the video coming up, make sure that you hit us up later for the next show that he will be on to get those questions answered. So welcome out today. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, thank you.
You feeling good? You enjoying the weather?
Yes, always.
How is traffic coming down here?
Oh, hectic, man. Hectic.
Terrible.
It's terrible.
Colorado traffic, it is number 3 in the cone zones around the United States construction-wise.
Yeah.
So that's why it is how it is. So listen, we're going to have a good time with you today. We have your partners down here. We have Leo Lion right here.
Yeah.
And we have D So Raw.
Yes, sir.
And we have King York over here.
That's good.
So we are here. You guys are more than welcome to participate in the interview. The whole thing today is about being fun because we are at the Break Room right here. Volume 1, Session 1. Every week we're going to be doing this. Deuce McGuire, thank you so much for putting this on. You guys ready?
Yes, we are.
Here we go.
Let's go.
So listen, the first thing we want to find out about you yourself is what is your favorite food or restaurant?
Oh, for favorite foods, I would have to go with... Yeah, because I love burritos, so I would have to go with Illegal Pete's. Illegal Pete's be having the fire burritos, like, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Is it good? Is it good?
It's pretty good.
So when you go there, you order like a combo plate, or you order just a burrito? It's big enough to just take care of you that way.
Yeah, the burrito's big enough. It's like big, so yeah.
Illegal Pete's. Now that's the spot that's on like Iliff, right? There's one on Iliff.
Yeah, there's one in Iliff, yeah. Illegal Pete's is like top. It's way better than Chipotle, because that would be the competitor, yeah. So yeah.
By DU?
The DU?
Yeah, that's the one on Iliff, right?
Yeah.
It's got the garage door.
That's like Evans.
Yeah, it's ours.
Evans and Iliff, yeah.
Right.
Nah, I've been at the one in DTC.
Oh,
yeah. That's pretty fire, yeah.
So they give you chips and sauce and all that when you go. Do they?
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah.
It's good, huh?
Yeah.
So you recommend the burritos?
Yeah.
You ever take your crew with you?
Nah, not yet.
No.
Yeah, they got to come try.
Hey man, you guys get hungry just like everybody else, right? There you go.
Everybody got to eat.
See,
we
there you
do.
go. There you go.
ASAP. We got to organize something.
So how long have you been going to this restaurant?
I just got put onto it, crazy enough.
Really?
I just got put onto it.
Really?
So it's beats now. Yeah.
So it'll be a spot that you go
Yeah,
back
it's
to.
probably my spot.
So
tonight.
you're a Mexican food fan?
Yeah.
Really?
Snaps.
What would your second choice be as far as is food or restaurant?
It would be the Mexican trucks. I'm not gonna even lie.
Really? You like the roach coaches?
I would love
We
to
call it
go.
roach coaches.
I love going to the trucks. It's
We call it
fun.
roach coaches.
Yeah.
Leo Line, what you like?
I ain't even gonna cap. Chicken wings.
Chicken wings?
Yeah.
What's your wing plate?
What's your ring spot?
What's our wing spot? I don't know. If
Please don't say wing spot.
Winging things.
If y'all never been to the east side, Bellum Street Cafe, they got some good chicken. Bro know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good. We were driving by, getting ready to pull into old Buffalo Bills on Colfax the other day, but then we ended up going to Wing Hut. And you guys ever been to the place that's like right there on Iliff where it turns into Evans?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Slingers.
Wing Slingers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've been
The place is good. The place is good.
Yeah, I've been.
All right, so far we got you down as a burrito guy and a Mexican food guy.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. All right, so check it out. The questions are in front of you. So we're going to go into the next question. What are you looking forward to? Time period would be, where do you see yourself in about the next 6 months to a year with either your job or your music? Or what direction do you see yourself going in the next 6 months to a year?
So for the next 6 months, I see myself traveling, my brand being in most stores and so on. Like the whole goal was to get this place to throw events and so on, and I just got this nice spot to throw events and so on. So it's really good for the next 6 months. I see myself traveling and building a good team just to carry along with me to be traveling in and out of the city and states and so on.
Now, the one thing I noticed about the hoodie that you got on is all the colors.
Yeah.
It's nice, man. Go ahead, spread it out real quick. Spread it out real quick. Let's see it. The happy faces.
Yeah.
So right there, that's actually got a good feel to it.
Yeah, it does.
Because it's got the happy faces.
The story behind it is because I'm from South Africa, born and raised. So, being from South Africa, it's like we represent the Rainbow Nation, not the LGBT type, but the Rainbow Nation on some just like when we got back together, because I grew up in apartheid, so that's like racism over there. And then when Nelson Mandela became president, he brought everybody together on some like Rainbow Nation shit, the white and black people all together. So it's called Ubuntu. So yeah, just a little history. Just had to give that.
Long time ago. A long time ago, there was a rap group. This was back in, I think, late 80s, early 90s, called Stetsasonic. And they were actually from Africa. I'm not sure what part, but they actually came in with some of the most original drum beats.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't ever heard of Stetsasonic, they had a song called On Fire. And it was talking about what was going on in Africa and how the country was just kind of like on fire. So I invite you guys to check out a group called Stetsasonic, and the song was called On Fire. And it's got a real simple bass line, but the story in the songs that they put out about that kind of hit on what you just talked about the changes that came up in the country. Where'd you come up with the happy faces at?
The happy faces is just I'm always smiling sometimes. Like it's just like part of my personality, to be honest. I'm just like always happy or some shit. So it's just no cliche. Like I'm just always smiling.
The world
they don't call me
the
smiley,
world
but
needs
I'm
more of
always
that,
smiling.
man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The world needs more of that.
Definitely.
Because there's just too much bitterness, and for a lot of people, 2020 did not start out very well.
Yeah.
But just looking at you, meeting you for the first time,
Right.
your clothes have actually gave me a different inspiration. Just seeing the colors of it, and then the smiley face on it. And honest and truly, I think just having a smiley face on it, you can market yourself to a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because you remember the big happy face
Yeah.
with the smile on it? You don't see that no more.
Exactly.
But there you go. All right, so here we go. What is the best thing that has happened to you this past year?
This past year, we just started this year, but we became store owners in 2020. We got our own office space, so that's the best thing that happened this year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Now this is a clothing store, retail store.
So for right now, it's just an office where we use it as a creative space for my team and I. We're currently creating like magazines, like fashion shows and so on. So it's like I had to like get all the creatives in one room and just like we all design, we all work on videos, photographers, bring in models in and out. So it's like an office base, and then afterwards we explored into doing shows and so on.
Oh, that's what's up. You got any fashion shows coming up anytime soon? Or what?
Fashion show most likely in March.
Oh, okay.
In March I have a fashion show.
Spring break?
coming. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, spring, summer, March, yeah.
And it was crazy that D So Raw asked that, because that was actually the question that I just wrote down.
Yeah.
You got a fashion show, because Birds of a Feather was actually at an art gallery, and we've been trying to set up a fashion show there.
Okay.
Everything in there is already there. And the way it could be set up for your fashion show is you could do like a pop-up place outside. They could walk in and around and then right back out. So we'll definitely have to get with you on that. We may be able to supply you a place to have your fashion show.
I have proof to show you that, yeah, we get things up. I got a whole YouTube video, whole YouTube content. This is my guy right here. He always like on the video, so it's like, I'll show you sometime.
There you go.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of places that are looking to get their fashion out there. One of the things that we've noticed though is having them real cool places to go that are simple for the models, because the models are the ones that are going to basically have to work that show.
People in too.
And it's kind of hard if you got models that are uncomfortable in the venue, or they're not really digging like the runway or how it's set up. So we've actually did a couple places with some people where the runways and the buildings are set up really, really nice for the models.
Yeah.
Smooth walking areas. It's not too high. It's kind of like at a level to where people can sit and look up at the models. So we'll definitely get with you on that. what is the most important thing we should know about you yourself?
The most important thing I would say, I always like trying to create opportunities for everybody, because I understand like the struggle of like not knowing what you want to do, and like you caught up into this 9 to 5 and all that, and like nobody around you is trying to help you. So it's like I'm always there to help people, give opportunity or something. Somebody believes like, oh, modeling's my passion, and I know I'm gonna be a good model, so I'm gonna give them a modeling opportunity. It's because like I'm just that type of person. I like giving people that opportunity, and they prove me. They do what they do. It's like I have this brand that I helped out a year ago now, and then Overseer, that's the brand, and they basically became a good ass brand. They went into Denver Fashion Week last year. They did a Denver Fashion Week 303, and I mentored him. He came to my house. I taught him like how to do this step to step, and then he's in Denver Fashion Week 303. You feel me? It's just like because I'm motivating the people, give them that opportunity. You never know where they're gonna end up. So
Now, do you do? Is a lot of your fashion male, female, teenage, young, old?
mixed. I wouldn't say, well, we haven't dived into the old yet, but I would say it's from 16 to 25 to 27. Yeah. 16 years old. I would say our fan base is from like 16 years old to 27 years old.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And it could go up. But
So, with the clothes that you design, are they shirts, hoodies, pants?
so for now it was just hoodies. Like every season I change up the design. So like I go according to the weather. If it's too hot, let's bring in those t-shirts in. If it's
Like a regular retail store. Rotate that merchandise and
I try to rotate it, but make it on some different shit. Like I know this hoodie is like normal to you, but it's not normal to. Not a lot of people are actually doing it, so it's like I make a hoodie, but it's different though. It's like not every brand is gonna have it, so it's exclusive.
now that's one of the ones that the letters are the ones that get ironed on.
Yeah. So the letters just get you get ironed on, but yeah, it'd be looking easy, but it's a process. Yeah.
I noticed some of the stuff that's out there now. After you wash it a couple times, it starts to fade, or it starts to crinkle, to where you'll have like some of the colors will disappear. I guess it's the difference in the vinyl.
It's the difference in the vinyl. Some of them still do that. I'm not even gonna lie. Like those would be like some clothes I would give away for free. I wouldn't actually sell that. Like if I give it away for free, I don't expect you to complain about it falling off, because I gave it to you for free. I know it's gonna fall off. That's why I gave it to you for free. But if you actually bought it from me and you tell me it's falling off or something, I make sure I'm on the first routine to like get that fixed ASAP.
So next time you come down, we can see D-So Ron in a nice hoodie laid out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some stuff, right?
I like some new gear, man.
There you go, right? Got to get you dressed up a little bit, right?
I like some new
Got to
gear.
get you dressed up.
Hell yeah.
Now you being a fashion guy, right? You being a fashion guy, something to go along with his necklaces right there,
Oh, yeah.
and all that kind of stuff, right? Color coordinate.
Yeah.
Color coordinate.
Oh, yeah.
What
I
would
stick
your
to
two
color
favorite
coordinate.
colors be, man? That if he hooked you up with a hoodie, what would you want that to be?
Man, there's so many colors out there. I think I would just go for like something blue and green. That'd be pretty
Blue
cool.
and green.
Yeah.
Some blue and green.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. Nice pants, some nice shoes.
Yeah. I mean, well, there's a lot when it goes into design and graphic. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah?
know, it goes into a lot of that. Like, it's details. That's what everybody catches on to. It seems like everybody be catching on to prints and stuff. They like doing like Gucci's or like Louis bags and stuff like that. Try to take symbols and just like, make their own print like that. There's a whole lot of stuff you could do.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm trying to be original. For sure.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Killionair, here we go. We would like you to give us a story about the best trip you've taken.
The best trip.
Not to the mall.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been hating trips sometimes.
You don't like trips?
It's just because I stress about everything. It's like you're on the trip, but then it's like, damn, there's so many things happen. I'm so responsible, and it's like if I go with a friend or something, then I have to worry about the friend. like getting things situated, not trying to spend enough a lot of money. But I would say the best trip was shit.
Good vacation? Good vacation? Oh, wait a minute now, here we go. Oh, see, now just because of all the laughter, we have to hear the story. And that's what we hear about in the break room. We want to hear the stories that nobody else gets to hear, man.
It was one of them.
Shit, yeah. So I was living in, when I first moved to America, I lived in Idaho for a minute. So then we moved to Colorado, and then I lived in Colorado for a bit, then I visited Idaho again. So yeah, yeah, I got this hotel room and whatever, just chilling, just like getting a hotel room because that's where I'm gonna sleep at. But I had all my homies, they like used to get me around and so on. So they picked me up at the airport, you know, I'm just like, yup, like light up that blunt right away. Mind you, I'm like getting off the plane and so on, and like my homies already lighting up the blunt. We getting into the car, we going, and it's like we smoking for 30 minutes, and then I'm like, bro, I'm hungry as fuck, bro. And then, I'm hungry as fuck, bro. Then we stop at the McDonald's, and long story short, got the McDonald's, fucking drank that shit, and I puked all over. I don't know. I guess I was jet lagged as a motherfucker, so I started feeling mad dizzy, and I just like puked all over, like in the car, and it was just like
all over the car.
yeah. So that's like. Did you say the best trip or the worst trip? Was that the best or the worst?
You said a story about it.
That was just a good story about a trip.
But that was a good story because he ended up holding it down because like I couldn't find my wallet and shit. So I ended up sleeping in the car for like 3 hours. And then I woke up and then I found my wallet and then I went to pay for my hotel room. So good story though.
That's a good story. and I tell you what, you know what's even a better story now? Now if you fire up the blunt,
yeah.
or get drunk or something like that, they know to take you to Illegal Pete's.
Right.
Right?
There you go. Get you the big burrito, get you over to Illegal Pete's, and you're straight. You got the burrito, the blunt, and you're good to go right there for the whole night.
I don't fuck
And who knows, after you get all that good stuff in there, you may come up with all new designs, and all new everything for your clothing line and all of that good stuff. So that'd be great. Hey, check it out. So next question we're going to ask you is, what is one thing that is a defining moment of why you are where you are today?
I really felt good when I did this organization with the mosque. So it was like with this Muslim community, and I gathered a bunch of youth, and we went to the mosque, and we made like bread, peanut butter and jam on bread. And then we went downtown and gave it to homeless people, and I gave some free hoodies to the homeless people and so on.
It's a great feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, it was really like a great giving feeling right there. I felt, yeah, it was like, yeah.
It's a great feeling. We ourselves have actually been down there. We've given out cheeseburgers and all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
One of the things about the shows is the shows that are going on right now that we're doing. None of the artists have to sell tickets, and none of the artists have to do anything except promote the show and bring 3 cans of food.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
And we took over 1,200 pounds of food down to the men's rescue mission.
Yeah.
The Sunday after Birds of a Feather. The next show, everything is going to go to Struggle of Love. And then we're going to hit up something like Fava or something out in Montbello for some of the families in needs. But none of the artists are having to pay for tickets or anything. All they need to do is bring 3 cans of food down. And that's basically what we're doing on these shows. So that taps in with what you were talking about as far as is not only getting to do what you love to do, but you get to give back to the community.
Yeah.
You get to give back to people that are just not as fortunate as you. And applause to you, man. Just doing it. Applause to you. So one of the things that has came to my mind is this next question is, at the very beginning of all of this, with you saying you work in Africa and everything, why did you choose to do what you're doing now? What was it? Now that's a little bit different than the defining moment, because the defining moment gives you something that you did.
Yeah.
But you know, why did you decide that you wanted to do this?
like what was the moment that made me think
money.
like
Did you
this
find
is
yourself
the
making
moment?
money in it?
Right.
Did you
okay.
find yourself to that? Hey man, I am good at this.
Oh yeah.
So this is what I want to do. I'm good at this.
It was like the first photo shoot that I did was like a mansion photo shoot, and it was like at the big mansion like in downtown, and I was like, I got like, so I had 20 models and
Wow.
5 photographers there, and that was like my very first photo shoot. Mind you, this is only like in February 2019, so it's like this is like the very first time I'm presenting my brand to everybody, seeing this pink and blue hoodies, like everybody situated in it. And then the models that I invited ended up bringing like extra friends, so that's why it was like so crowded. And then I ended up giving everybody hoodies to like model, and like 5 photographers came through. It was a bunch of photographers, but I didn't take that into account. Just from that moment right there, I was like, damn, I directed everything myself, like telling people, hey, you break up everybody into group of 4, go over here, go over here, go over here, get situated, take these pictures, take these pictures. That moment right there was what led me to be like, yeah, I'm that nigga. Like, I can lead this shit by myself, like,
Right.
on my first try. And ever since that, it was just like on some, yeah, I can do anything from then onwards. And it's been taking it seriously since then.
It's a great feeling, man.
Yeah, it's a great feeling.
It's a great feeling when
It's a great
when you can do that kind of stuff.
When I came to America, I was trying to be a model and so on, and it was like always hard to get these agencies to book me because they wanted me to pay like $1,000 down to model. I'm like, nigga, isn't it supposed to be the other way around? You're supposed to be paying
Pay
me
me.
to model.
Exactly.
Fucking mean I'm supposed to paying you $1,000
pay
to
to
model?
play,
Like,
right.
yeah, so it's just like it needs to be easier for people to model. And that's where brands come through. We create the opportunities for models to like model and so on. And we try our best to like get models to model, artists to perform music and so on and so on. So
I want to ask this question with an open mind. Okay, so we all know how a lot of big businesses are. We all know how a lot of the communities are.
yeah.
With you starting this in Colorado, do you see a lot of other black businesses in the fashion world here in Colorado?
Yeah. I inspired a lot of people. I'm not going to say anybody's biting me. I would say I inspired a lot of people to actually have brands now. It wasn't cool. Like, there is a lot of people who had brands before me and so on. So I'm not going to say I'm the first one who did it, but I would say I'm the first one who made it cool.
Do you see there being more black fashion designers in Colorado in maybe the next 2 years?
Yeah.
A lot.
Really?
A lot. It's a good
Because we
thing.
knew of a couple of them. There were a couple of them that had stores on Colfax. There were a couple of them that tried to have stores at malls,
Online stores.
online stores,
Right.
and somewhere in there, some of them made it, but they did most of their stuff like online, and then they were able to branch out and get contracts with other companies. There was a one girl, I can't think of what it was, that she marketed to a lot of the DJs, and you know, she ended up closing her store, but then she ended up being more successful when she did the online store.
Yeah.
And she had different models. So do you see in that being a more of a big wave of things coming with retail clothing than a individual store?
Most definitely. I feel like most people, everybody's going on to online stores and so on, and like,
No, rent to pay.
yeah, and the only place where I actually saw like people were doing rent to pay was in fucking LA. Like when you go down, oh, what's the street's name? You know the street's name where there's like so many stores, like just so many pop-up shops in LA.
Okay.
I forgot the name. It's like in Santa Monica or some shit.
Santa Monica.
I don't know.
Isn't that one
Venice Beach.
Venice Beach? Is that what it is?
Venice Beach?
But there's a street.
Yeah, there's a
And
street.
it's like the street of nothing, but it's got everything from Gucci to
Yeah, all those brands. Yeah, that.
yeah. I can't think of the name of that street.
Yeah, I
either,
can't
man.
think of the name. So I was like seeing like all these no-name brands, like they all got these pay-to-rent type of little shops and so on. So I was like, the places where they're gonna have that the most is like where the tourist is, like where people always go visit. Nobody like from France is coming to Denver for like holiday. Nobody's coming here for holidays or so on. So it's really hard. But somebody from France, if they have to go to LA and go down that pop-ups place wherever, it's easy for them to get customers because it's like somebody from France who's gonna buy it, like not even somebody who's local. So over here we just have so much local people, and sometimes locals don't like supporting locals. So
right.
it is what it is.
They don't like to support each other here in Colorado.
Yeah, there's a problem here.
Whether it be artists that are on the beginning of the show and they perform and they leave,
right?
and all of that. We tour a lot.
Yeah.
And we've been to other cities to where the first artist will actually stay on the bill until the very artist is done.
Right.
Colorado is, if not one of the only cities we see where you can have like maybe 11 or 12 artists on a show and it'd be almost an empty crowd by the time the last two performers actually get on the stage.
Unless they're a big name, then everybody will wait.
Right.
Yeah, everybody will wait, but they have to be a name that's really gonna to draw that crowd, and we've seen that a lot when we were doing shows down at like what was it, Cervantes, and when we were doing shows at the Roxy.
Yep.
Unless you had a really big name at the end, if it was just a show based on local people, people would go, they'd perform, and they'd be out.
Yep.
And as many times as we've toured, and even places that I know, I actually used to run with Digital Underground back in the day. And even down in Atlanta, you could have the smallest artist on this show, and they will stay all the way to the end. Even if they got a crowd of like 10 people, they will stay all the way to the end to support that guy that put them on that show. But here in Colorado, it's a little different because you get a guy that puts you on the show and you just perform and leave. When you kind of should be there at the end supporting the guy that actually put you on the show.
Right.
Which is deep. We are down to the last question because we know you got to get out of here. The biggest thing that I would like to know before we head on out of here is how did you come up with the name Killionair?
Ooh.
Or should I say, Mr.
Killionair.
Killionair. Hey, can't you see him having a store in Venice Beach?
Yeah, definitely.
I could. Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it looks good with the colors and the smiley face. I kind of want to see the next time you come back on the show. I expect everybody to be decked out.
Soon.
There you go.
About to have things just on set for everybody to be changing,
But we're gonna thank you for coming here today. But the last question we want to ask you today is where did you come up with Killionair?
So Killionair, I came up with that. It's like, when was this? 2018 now. Yeah. So 2018, just dropped out of college. I was just like on some fuck college shit, and then I was working my 9 to 5, and just got tired of my 9 to 5. I don't know if you guys ever worked at fucking 24/7 In Touch. Y'all ever heard of that spot?
I've heard about it.
Yeah, everybody worked over there.
I was there.
You was there?
I think it's the call center, right?
Yeah, call center.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, everybody
The only
been
good
down
thing
there.
about that place was the women.
Yeah, but most of those call centers, the women inside of there are kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know a couple
Or you go to
people that work at
Netflix.
the call centers, and they're just like, you know what, the pay ain't very good, but the atmosphere of what you get to look at all day is pretty nice.
It's pretty nice, and then the computers, you could just be like on anything, like, because I used to do the customer service, so it's like you have the phone, but I used to work at Fandango, so, oh damn, where was I going to start? Okay, yeah, so, I created the brand when I was at work, and I was just like on some, damn, I'm tired of doing this shit repetitive. My job was easy, you're just on the phone all day, but it's so repetitive, motherfuckers yelling at you every day. It's like on some, damn, man. So, just browsing on the internet one day, and I'm like, I always have a passion for like clothing, but I was just like, where am I gonna start? Like, what is it gonna be? I don't want it to be like this brand or that brand. And then it was just me doing my research, going to work every day, just be like, damn, I have to start a brand today. And I started my brand at work one day. I was just doing my research, and I was inspired by the words KKK, unfortunately. Not on some like not on some white supremacist shit, but it was gonna be like kids cool club or some shit like that. I was like on some I was
kids'
looking
school clothing, something that
yeah,
had
something.
the
I
rhyme to it,
was
right?
yeah, I was looking for
That's gonna be
something like on
controversial.
some KK. Yeah, but it was gonna be mad controversial. And then, so then I was looking at club, and the club. I was like, damn, what if I turn this into a K? And then I was googling, and I came across a word that said millionaire. So a millionaire is somebody who's like a zero, is like the lowest on the millionaire. And then I was like, this millionaire, this trillionaire.
Billionaire.
And then I was like, ain't nothing with a K yet. There's no Killionair. And then I looked it up. I was looking up Killionair and Googled it and like look all the information. It's like, anybody use Killionair before? Anything like that? Try to look for a definition on the Killionair. No definition. And I was like, okay. So I'm doing this at my 9 to 5. The definition of Killionair is gonna be someone who uses their brains to turn nothing into something.
I like that.
Killionair.
That's how Killionair was created.
That's how it was created, right?
Turning nothing into
something.
yeah,
I like
nothing
that.
into something, and it wasn't even a word, so I turned it into something. And every time it's like I'm like, another definition is someone who uses their brains to make money. It's the same thing. It's like you're turning nothing into something. It's like you're turning. I don't know if you're hustling, back of bottled waters or some shit. You sell it to a company. From $3 to $5, you're making that $2, but you're turning nothing into something. So it's always about that money at the end of the day.
There
So
you go.
I was broke, and that's what inspired me to make
Now you're here
Killionair.
today.
I'm here
Right,
today.
yeah.
Now you're here today.
Right.
Listen, we like to take the opportunity to thank Leo Lyon. We like to thank D So Raw. We like to thank King York. I think I got a little excited at the beginning of this thing because today is Thursday, January 23.
Yes, sir.
The reason why we came up with the 24 is because tomorrow we have hashtag TME.
Yep.
Koala 4
Right.
concert, so we were kind of hyped up about that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's why I think I got a little excited about today.
Yeah.
And guys, we want to thank Mr. Killionair for coming down today. Thank you so much for joining us. Please make sure that you get signed up with Deuce
Yes, sir.
to come on back down.
Well
Don't forget the break room right here every Thursday, 6 o'clock. It's going to be recorded. We are not doing it Facebook Live because if we have music, we do not want Facebook to kick us off. So just make sure that you tune in. A couple more months, we're going to have this young man and his friends back on the show, giving us more information where this brand is going. But in the meantime, in between time, DJ Squirrel, Uncle Squirrel, PJTheDj, everybody at the table. Give yourselves a round of applause, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. Peace!
Hey, cause this the click. Alfie's and Juice, my nigga, we is the shit. And all you niggas dookie water, we come legit. Chopper with niggas that's really about this shit. We making hits. I tell you when we rap, it's the same. You feel it the way that we feel it, but you feel it in your brain. And if you ain't feeling this, I'm thinking that really you lame.